this person right here. This little Ron Weasley freak of nature, this pasty glue looking mofo. He's called Ranting for Vengeance. And basically, he is the European version of Andy Pants Gaming, who is doing the anti-woke grift movement for video games. If you don't know Andy Pants Gaming, he's the guy who tried to debate the Act Man over like the size of boobs in video games and shit like that. He came up with his own definition of the uglification of women. I even made a video on him on my own Kmplxity account. Here, I'll just give you guys a little bit of a taste of who Andy Pants Gaming is, because this dude is he's like kind of pretty much the definition of an incel. So
I realize these dudes are so deep in the gay communist agenda, they can't even criticize it anymore.
At one point, I was a big fan of Starfield, and
so he did end up debating the Act Man, and he pretty much just gets completely mogged by the Act Man. So let me just keep on playing a little bit of this video.
I have and I'm glad
I'll get more into like the crash out and everything, and then we'll go back to the angry Ron Weasley.
you brought that up, because
Why do you suppose Ackmam doesn't talk about the fact that Concord has 3 black females in it and not a single white man?
Yeah, these are your words. The more gay, lesbian, trans, and female characters we have in games, the better. The more diverse perspectives we have in games, the better they will always be. This isn't really lining up with the direction your channel is going in, does it?
yeah.
Another day, another YouTuber who's drank too much of their own Kool-Aid. And apparently he wants everyone to drink it too.
They're 3% of the population. Do you find it strange at all that they're being pushed in 100% of the games?
So that's pretty much Andy Pants Gaming. He's doing the whole woke agenda grift, the anti-woke, the anti-black, anti-exclusion, anti-DEI, anything that isn't like blue-eyed, blonde hair, white Americans in video games. Like, that's who he is. He's that guy who's like, none of them. No, we don't want them. Oh, if they're black and they're women, like, it's just even worse. Like, that's the way that this guy has grifted his way into hundreds of thousands of subscribers. And it's worked for him. The problem is that he went after the Act Man. They had a debate. He got completely mogged by the Act Man. The Act Man ran circles around him. And then the Andy Pants ended up putting up his video of the debate and disabled comments and disabled the like to dislike ratio. So the Act Man uploaded the entire debate with comments enabled, and the Andy Pants Gaming attempted to copyright strike the Act Man, saying he was stealing his freaking work. And it's like, bro, it was a debate. But anyways, that's Andy Pants Gaming. So we're coming over here to Ranting for Vengeance, who's pretty much taking Andy Pants' whole identity and going a little bit more hard in the paint with it, with actual racism, like not just dog whistles. Doesn't seem to be having the same amount of success, seeing as how he's barely over 2,000 subscribers, but he's got a lot of hot takes. So let's get into this. A couple of people have covered him. I was planning on covering this, but I mean, so much stuff was just popping off with lolcow. I do want to say, like, if you're in the comments, you guys in the chat, listen, this dude's doing this stuff for rage bait, okay? Don't fall for it. It's rage bait.
So DC has decided to reinvent Batman in the brand new series, Absolute Batman. Many people are saying it's amazing, it's a breath of fresh air.
This shit is gas, man. Wrong. This shit is gas. Like, this is what DC meant when they said DC all in. I'm kind of retarded.
I'm here to tell you.
Now keep in mind the skin color of the person he used.
If that's the truth. Spoiler alert, it's not at all. It's literally one of the worst takes on Batman ever. Quick disclaimer before I start. This isn't some rage bait video. I'm not lying to get your attention.
Cap. Stop the cap. Bro, all of this dude's videos are like, it's just anti-woke, anti-DEI, anti-inclusion, anti-anything that isn't white. Like, come on, bro. Stop.
I'm telling you my opinion, which I believe is the truth, that this A is not Batman and B is an absolute dumpster fire. This comic is a disgrace to creators like Frank Miller, Jeff Loeb. This isn't the Batman they envisioned. I know it's a different take on the character, but what this does ruins the character.
So he immediately starts with saying, I know this is a different take on the character, but I don't like the take, so therefore it's wrong. Which, if you know anything about the universe of the MCU or DC, anything, I mean, you have like the Flashpoint paradox where they go into different universes and things are just all up in the air. So the comic book that he's internalizing his racist and radical hate towards is a freaking comic book that's in a different universe. So all the things he's about to whine and cry over, they don't exist in the original universe because this universe is completely different. Like, if you don't like the comic, don't buy it. Don't read it. Just go on your merry way. MCU over DCU? Absolutely.
Entirely. So this comic strives to reinvent the world of Batman in every way possible. What if a bodybuilder, engineer dude became Batman? Yeah, that's not badass. I'm sorry. I don't find that badass. I don't find that different, unique, entertaining. It's just cringy. There's people all across the internet saying that this comic is badass. It's awesome. This comic literally reads like those edgy 90s comics that every single person makes fun of. It's like
that everybody loved in the 90s, that everybody brought up and was brought up on and enjoyed and is loved. And I don't understand, dude. Like, just because something doesn't have what you want in it, it doesn't automatically make it bad. It's not like if you look at like the Fast and the Furious series, right? The first couple of movies, fantastic, really, really good, really watchable. Then you start getting to like 7, 8, 9, and 10, and maybe even like starting at 6 or 5, and you're just like, well, nobody dies. There's no worry. No, Dominic's not gonna die. Like, literally the only character that dies in that movie is unfortunately the only person who died in real life. Like, I feel bad for bro, but no, like, freaking Dominic had like a parking garage fall on top of him and survived. Like, come on, man. Like, come on.
a 12-year-old's fan fiction of Batman. This comic has everything. It has horrible, edgy dialogue. It has some pretty gay character designs. And if you can believe it, they managed to race swap another redhead from comic books. They managed to jump in there and turn them black. So after
oh no, dude, he says it with so much vitriol and hate, bro. Listen to this.
Redhead from comic books, they managed to jump in there and turn them black.
Like, bro, he says it like it's this like terrible thing, man.
So after reading Absolute Batman, I think we can all agree that Scott Snyder can't really write comic books, correct? And this is a fact, proven with every single page of this garbage. There's an abundance of absolutely insane creative decisions happening here. Who, in their right mind, greenlit Alfred's look? What is the haircut? What is the beard? Why is he an MI6 mercenary with like
that's not even a big deal. That's not even a big point of contention. Alfred used to be in the military and other iterations of I was about to say the Black Knight of the Dark Knight. Like, he used to be other different freaking. He used to be in the military. He used to be like. It's just, bro. It doesn't matter, man. Come on. He doesn't look like his old disheveled self. Maybe that's this guy's issue. He's like looking at these pictures, and the guys are like big and buff, and he's this scrawny, tiny little Ron Weasley squirrel-looking weasel thing, and he's looking at these jacked dudes in his comic book, and he's like, why? I'll never be able to obtain this this physical feature. Maybe that's why he's so mad.
Grenade launchers and sniper rifles. This is straight up cringe, I'm sorry. So I thought Alfred was bad enough, but then we get to Bruce Wayne, the main man himself. What do you think when I say Bruce Wayne? You think the suave, charming rich guy, which in Batman Year One was originally based off of Gregory Peck, but now in this comic, they're going for something a little different. Let's just take a little glance at what they thought Bruce Wayne was. So this is the page where Bruce Wayne is first introduced. We see him hitting a bag. He looks exactly like Bruce Wayne has for the last like 100 years, saying some badass Batman stuff. No fear, no pain. And then out of nowhere, this big hulking transgender comes up behind him and is like, hey bro, I think it's my turn now. And just starts blowing the punching bag across the room with his big fat
How is this person transgender though? Wait, what?
arms. Now, the character design going on here, he has the haircut of some fat emo transgender kid. And that...
Oh, okay, you're trying to make fun of him for... Okay, I was like, it looks like Bane is what it looks like, but how... I shoehorn in something to be mad about, I guess.
is Bruce Wayne. I'm not joking. That is Batman. Then we actually start getting into the backstory of Bruce Wayne. His parents weren't killed coming down that alleyway and they got mugged. No, instead, he's at a zoo with his dad or something, and his dad gets shot. And the idea for Batman comes from the fact that he's in a zoo and he goes into some bat-like exhibit. I really don't know what's going on here.
Okay, I mean, you can say that that's dumb all you want, but in the one of the original iterations of Batman is he fell into a well, and in that well there was an underground cave underneath his house, and that's how he got like the Batman, because of all the bats underneath the cave. That's dumb too. Like, listen, Batman's origin is somewhat understandable, but has been played with so much. It's the same thing as like the Spider-Man origin or like Superman's origin. Like, they come out with a million different ones. Yes, but you don't have to like all of them.
I don't know what was being smoked in the writer's room, but clearly this comic is all over the place. It's a mess. And apparently Bruce Wayne isn't some rich guy anymore. Instead, he's a working class citizen, working all these different construction jobs, learning engineering. So he's this super genius, and his mother is still alive. So there's no motive to fight that you're an orphan. Your two parents were shot in front.
That's right, guys. If you have parents, there's just no reason for you to want to do anything good in this world. If you don't lose your parents, I mean, who in the world is, I don't know. I mean, how many police officers, firefighters, and people in the military have been out there with really happy, good loving families? Nobody's dead. There's no tragedy. Listen, just because he's an everyday person now and he's like, hey, I'm going to fight crime all on my own, it doesn't mean anything. We don't need the tragic backstory every single time a new iteration of Batman comes out. Like, there's so many different ones. There's ones where freaking his mom turns into the Joker. There's ones where there's universes where Bruce Wayne dies and it's actually his dad who becomes the freaking Batman. There's just so many different things. Yo, what is up, Hemi Zach? Thank you. I appreciate that, brother. Oh, man. I don't know, guys. Oh, did that not go through? Oh, I don't think that it did go through. I apologize, sir. I'm not entirely sure why it didn't go through, but it just doesn't make sense to me, you know? It just feels like he's forcing criticism any way he can. Exactly, Natre. England moron. Yeah, pretty much.
Of you, and you'll never stop on your crusade against crime. Instead, your dad got shot in a zoo somewhere, your mother is still alive, and now you're just working construction jobs. Is this Batman? I don't really know what's going on here. I was shocked reading it. He's walking around like an emo kid, brooding. I don't know what's going on with Batman these last few years, but people need to learn that his hair doesn't come down over his eyes, he doesn't listen to Nirvana, and he's not gay. So then...
Okay, but hold on. He's always been super emo, okay? Batman has always, his entire aesthetic is black, is dark, is brooding, is clouds and rain, and like he's been emo since like the 70s, bro, or whenever he was inceptualized. Turning around and saying, oh, now he's emo and sad, bro. He literally watched his parents get killed. Like, shut up, Mono. Hemi Zach did not get scared. I don't know why it didn't play. I apologize, y'all. I apologize. I really wish that it did, but I do appreciate you, Hemi Zach. Yes, ban Mono. Always ban Mono.
In the story, we learn about this gang of scumbags who have taken over Gotham. Very similar to The Dark Knight Returns, except in The Dark Knight Returns, you had the mutant gang. These violent creeps who were going around stealing, killing. It was really dark for its time. So you think in this brand new comic, this edgy comic, they'll be able to go darker. No.
Oh, hold on.
Edgy comic. They'll be able to go darker. No.
I think the word you're looking for, Mrs. Dot, up here, look at me, whatever you want, deal with me. I mean, who cares? Like, this is just dumb. Imagine being so upset over this crap, dude. Imagine, yo, what's going on, Xylee? Appreciate you taking a look. But what? Imagine, you're freaking, I don't know. This dude sounds and looks like he's 20, maybe, and your entire life is like, you know what? This Batman comic made me so mad that there's black people in it, that there's people who look a little gay. Like, there's so many different things. Like, do you not have time to do something else with your life, bro? Like, come on. What's going on, Fireside? Oh my gosh, dude.
The people who have taken over the city, the big bad villains, are called the party animals. I don't get it. I really don't. They're wearing like clown masks or party masks. I don't know. It's all...
Bro, literally in the Batman Begins, there's like, what is it? The clown posse or something, or the clown gang, or like the smiley gang, or something like that. It's just as dumb. It's just as dumb. This isn't like the dark side. This isn't the dark Batman comic books. Like, they have painted weirdos with jack-o'-lantern faces, man. Shout out to Xylee for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. I hope you guys are having a good evening. I hope you guys enjoyed that Aiden crash out. I mean, that was hilarious, right? Oh my gosh, that was so fun. The Red Triangle Circus Gang. Yeah, there you go. Like, there was like... The names have never been, oh, super murderer killers. Like, it's never been something like crazy like that. It's always been like goofy, or always been something a little like on the fence of like, okay, maybe this is like kinda lame, but it's still Batman beating people up. Like, who doesn't like that? Apparently this guy.
Very messy and stupid. When Frank Miller designed those mutants, they really did look threatening. These party animals?
They look threatening. Did they look threatening, sir? I thought they looked threatening, but threatening is a little one too.
When Frank Miller designed those mutants, they really did look threatening. These party animals? There's no threat here. Where is the villain in the story? I know they introduced Joker.
Notice how he says, oh, the party animals and all that, but he doesn't show any pictures of what these people look like. So we just have to take his word that they don't look threatening, or we have to go and look for ourselves to find out if they look threatening or not. That's why these anti-woke, anti-DEI, anti-establishment, anti-everything, these freaking woke grifters are so BS. If you go watch their videos, they only ever put up what they're like, stuff that show, or stuff that boisters their BS, right? It's never a thing of like, oh, this is what I think is bad, and these are the reasons why I think bad. No, it's like, oh, they just have a ton of DEI. Not gonna show you all of the characters that fall under that rubric.
At the end of it. But where the hell is the threat? And now, finally, we get onto the biggest offense of the entire story. Commissioner Jim Gordon is giving a speech to Gotham, and he actually looks like Jim Gordon. He's white, he has the grey hair, he has the mustache. Then the terribly ridden villains enter, the party animals, and they just start shooting up the place. Then that's when we get the glimpse of the best part of the entire story. Barbara Gordon. She peeks her head in, just one panel, I'm pretty sure. And she's black. She is black. They did it again.
It's not a big deal. It's not. I understand. I know what they're saying. Listen, as far as it goes to like people of color and all that, you should be upset that most of the time Hollywood is only replacing you with people who are red-haired. And the reason why they're doing it is statistics, because statistically people who are red-headed, like, they're not on screen as much. It's a whole other thing. But her being black isn't a problem, okay? They were thinking of, what's his name? Idris Elba. There was talks about Idris Elba becoming like the new 007. I would love that. I would love that. Idris Elba has got the smooth, saucy voice for it. He's a great actor. 007 does need a new revamp after like the 5 or 6 movies that it's had in the last couple of years. Daniel Craig, fantastic actor. But I think Idris Elba would make a great 007.
Redhead character just changed to black. Iris West, Wally West. Are we serious? We're just making them black for no reason and expecting people not to notice, or expecting people to tolerate it. But I won't, and I hope everybody else won't either.
He must feel pretty bad because he's like, they're taking away the rest of my ginger brethren and they're making them black. we did not car bomb all these people for nothing. That's a bad one. Listen, dude, I get it. There's not a lot of you out there, you redhead, pasty, freaking looking like powdered snow people. Listen, I get it. But getting upset that someone who maybe doesn't get the limelight as much is now taking a position in some reiteration doesn't mean that it's a bad thing, man. Come on. I thought gingers have no souls. Guy was trans. Why is he complaining about woke? General. Listen, it doesn't make any sense, dude. Who cares? Listen, it doesn't matter what's in the story as long as the story is entertaining. That's all. And if you don't believe me, look at Minecraft. Minecraft was like 64-bit pixelated garbage when it came out, and billions of people bought it, okay? It has only gotten better since it came out, and more people are playing it. As long as the story is good, as long as it's entertaining, it doesn't matter what it looks like, it doesn't matter what's in it, it doesn't matter who's in it, none of that. It doesn't even matter what, like, if freaking it was Naughty Dog that created it or Ubisoft that created it. Both of those gaming studios have had really bad games the last couple of years. But if they put out something good, it doesn't matter who made it. This dude he just wants something to cry about.
Black Barbara Gordon just snuck her way in. Why? Think about it from a writing standpoint. She didn't even need to show up in the story. If she did, she should have looked the way she always has. I'm getting sick of this.
Listen, Barbara didn't need to be in the story, but if she did, she better be white. Like, come on, dude.
Can we just start changing black characters to white? Can Black Panther be white in the next comic, please? It doesn't...
That's different. He's Wakandan. That's so different, dude. He's freaking Wakandan. He's not. This isn't like what do you call it? It would be different, okay? Like it's literally got black in the name, dude. Like him being white, first of all, you have to be able to either usurp the crown or fight, and he probably could be if there was like, look at Fearmonger, right? He had a claim to the throne due to the fact that he was the uncle of Black Panther's like assistant or whatever the flip. It's not the same, dude.
Work that way because black people need to be represented. Wait, they've always been represented and you're just shoving them into stories for no...
Yes, black people have always been represented. I totally forgot about the time where black people weren't even allowed to be on camera. That's kind of the whole reason blackface existed. You know, let's just remember that. What's up, Doza? Don't worry about being late, sir.
No reason now. You're swapping people out to make them black because you want to make up for all those years of not being represented. It's a lie and it's a scam. Scott Snyder is an ultra retard. Just look at the...
He's so bad at editing too. Listen to this failed edit.
It's a lie and it's a scam. Scott Snyder is an ultra retard. Just...
Dude, listen, if you're gonna say retard, just say retard. Don't fail to bleep it to try and get it in there and be edgy. Just say it. You're retarded, okay? Ranting for vengeance. You're retarded. You are Riri. You are stupid. You are extra chromosome. You are XYZ, XZ, ZZ, and Zer. You are retarded. No beeps, no bleeps. Wow, crazy.
Look at the last fight scene. I won't bring you through the entire thing because I'm kind of getting sick of this garbage even just looking at it. But basically, Batman drops down to stop these party animals. What's the difference to normal Batman? He's basically the Hulk now. His cape has turned into Spawn's cape for some reason because he can like push it out and drive people through windows and walls with it. I don't know what
He's always done that where he's thrown his cape around a person and used it to like twirl them around. Bro.
tape is doing in the comic, and it's really odd. Then he rips off his ears. You know those things on his head? Yeah, he just rips them off and starts cutting guys, throwing them around. Then finally, when I was ready to puke...
How are you saying that this isn't a dark comic, bro? Or that this
really odd. Then he rips off
Bro, he rips his ears off.
His ears. You know those things on his head? Yeah, he just rips them off and starts cutting guys.
And he starts cutting people up. Look at that. He's stabbing him in the freaking shoulder. Dude, how is this a bad comic? Batman literally took 2 blades out his head and started chopping people up, dude. This looks good. They got skull masks on and everything. Listen, as dumb of the name as it is, the bad guys look pretty badass.
Throwing them around. Then finally, when I was ready to puke my guts out because it was such a disgrace to the character of Batman, we get hit with this page. This bad guy comes up to him, edgy,
so you know that
cursing at Batman. Get the F out of her way. Batman then takes off his big loaf of bread logo, the big rectangle that doesn't even look like the Bat logo, and uses it as a hammer or something, or an axe, and slices the dude's arm off with no regard for whether or not he lives or dies.
How is this a bad comic? How is this a bad He pulled the logo off his chest and cut this dude's arm off. How is this a bad comic? I'm sorry. I'm losing it here. This is awesome. This is badass. This is dark Batman. This is freaking, what? How is this bad? I'm losing it. Video games, appreciate you. Son made a song for y'all. It's in your Discord. Appreciate you, sir. I do not know why. I don't know why it's not coming through over here on my end, you guys. I'm sorry. I apologize. I would really like to go ahead and take care of it, but I'm afraid if I do... Ooh, as always, this is selling me on this comic, right? Like, that's normally how it is. Hold on, let me just pull something up real quick, you guys, just because you guys do deserve the recognition you get when you do send us stuff. So I am going to try and see if I can't fix that right now. Bear with me. I just think that it's crazy that this dude is over here talking about how, oh, this isn't my Batman. This isn't the Batman of my time, and this, that, and the third. And it's like, dude, you're right. Back in the day, we were back in like the 90s and all that. Sure, there was definitely blood, but it wasn't like this. Dude's pulling out his ears and chopping people up like they were well, chopped liver, man. Come on. This shit's great. Come on. Let me go here. Oh. Oh, what? There we go. Okay. Sorry, guys. I am trying to get this all set up for you. Okay. We should be good. We should be good now. Okay. Thank you for the moment. Thank you for waiting on me. I apologize, everyone. All right, let's get back to this BS.
And then just goes, yeah, there's a hospital down the road. You should start running. That's some cringy tough guy dialogue that a 12-year-old would write. And then on top of it, Batman then just starts screaming, cursing at this gang. You're gonna have to get the F out of my way. What? What is this? Please, can we stop glorifying it, calling it badass awesome? It's one of the cringiest things I've ever read. So Absolute Batman, without a doubt, is an absolute disaster. It's a waste of paper, a waste of ink, and a complete and utter waste of time. Batman is a detective. Frank Miller knew this. Jeff Loeb knew this. He's a normal guy who's smart enough as it is and knows how to kick ass.
It's all right. It's all right, video games. I got I got what you were saying.
And solve crimes. He's not Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he's definitely not some transgender emo kid.
I don't get that transgender line, because if he was trans, right, let's say it was from woman to male, right, that's obviously what the joke he's trying to make. What transgender female looks like the Hulk? He literally looks like Brock Lesnar, okay? He looks like Brock Lesnar or the Hulk or Bane or whatever. I have never seen a woman, even the boxers, right? Even the boxers who were like accused of being transgender and all that, they were still tiny. Bro, come on. Like, this is BS. You can't even find something correct to be upset over.
So take your absolute universe and stick it up your ass.
So that's this dude's garbage freaking video. Absolute mogging, absolute BSery, okay? I don't know. I just don't understand it. But we did end up getting a video from Sensitive Society. 2 videos, actually, because he made a video about this very angry Juan Wheezily looking motherfucker, and he had some words to say. So let's check out what Sensitive Society had to say about this this crackpot.
When you say I'm scared of black people, newsflash, you illiterate troglodyte. Everybody is.
Dude, come on. Like, this guy is just freaking... it's just rage bait. It's nothing but rage bait. Like, don't get me wrong. Funny stuff, right? Like, we can all laugh at our own selves. We can all laugh at our own jokes. We can, like, racism. People could want to say racism isn't funny. I don't care what you say, man. Racism is fucking funny, man. It can be. I know that a lot of people are like, oh, it's not funny. But, like, if it's tasteful, it's funny. I don't care what you say.
Today is a huge day for unemployed people like myself. The reason why I'm saying this is because I'm dropping 2 videos, and then the second one that's coming out in a few hours. So there was a video by a smaller channel that got recommended to me. Let me see if I could find it, because I don't want to steal someone's video without crediting them. I'm not that evil, okay? I am a little evil, right? But not too much. So these 2 videos got recommended to me, and don't worry, guys, this is not going to be a super long reaction video. I'm actually gonna, make a video for once. I'm not gonna be lazy. So when I saw that title, I was like, ain't no way, this has to be bait.
Right?
Satire. No, it is a genuine video. So this is the channel. I mean, just look at how base that banner is. That's literally me when someone says, oh, I love the week.
Neon. So I had a roommate who watched Luke Cage and said it was all right, but 2 black fucking Harlem, dude. Do you not understand the setting? Bro, listen. They make a very big push in Luke Cage to explain that it's like Harlem and say it's Harlem. That niche of Luke Cage does get a little annoying at times, where it's like every other episode, they're like, bro, this is Harlem. This is Harlem. This is Harlem. It's like, I get it. But 2 black, that's like, dude, it's crazy. It's like going down Skid Row and being like, man, there's just too many crackheads. It's, where do you think you are, dude? Where do you think you are?
Weekend, and I'm like, okay, what song do you like? Is it Out of Time? Is it Love in the Sky? Is it Kissland even? Is it The Party and the After Party? And they're like, oh no, it's Blinding Lights and Save Your Tears. I'm like, well, you're not a real fan. So death to all the posters. I'm gonna start saying this one. Enough of me making fun of this guy's banner. Now it's time to make fun of his content. So as you guys could see, this is a channel that's pretty much, everything is woke.
Yeah, it's an anti-woke, anti-DEI, complete grift, BS. It's anyone who does this type of stuff where you see woke in every other title or every single title. It's BS. There is no... It's all BS, okay? Go ahead and watch any of these guys' video. All it is just, oh, why don't girls have triple G's anymore in video games? Oh, why are they wearing so much clothes? Why isn't my main character able to, like, kill anything with his pinky? Why doesn't he have a 30-foot dick? Like, it's just the same BS. It's incel virgin, never touched a titty type of commentary, okay? That's what this is.
Woke shit, woke trash, everything is woke. This guy sees a black person walking down the street with his family. That's woke. This is potentially one of my favorite thumbnails ever. This channel is insane. People have...
Wait, what was that? Not black enough? Dude. Okay, listen, chat. Okay, I don't know your guys' nationalities or anything like that. Listen. Okay. As somebody who is Hispanic and is third generation, technically second generation American, okay, who is second generation American, okay, with people who are minorities or people of color growing up, depending on your race, there's half of your side is, oh, you're not American enough, you're not white enough. The other half of your side is you're not your ethnicity enough. I've had both. But to try and come out here and be like, oh, he's not black enough to be the Green Lantern. What does that even mean? Apparently we have to watch it to find out. Like, oh my god.
One of my favorite thumbnails ever. This channel is insane. People have ruined the word woke.
Yes.
Woke used to mean something, god damn it, until people started
used to.
overusing it for everything. Oh, my coffee's a little more black than usual. Has my coffee shop gone woke? I'm not a big comic book guy, never really been. Prefer the movies because I'm a normie. So I'm not an expert.
Boo! Sensitive society prefers the movies to comics. Bro, respect the source material. Respect the source material, sir. You were that my coffee is a little too black comment. That was funny, but you respect the source material here.
You don't have to be an expert to, get the cringe that you're about to feel in a few seconds. Everything started because he made this video called Absolute Batman, which is a new comic, the worst Batman ever. It's a different take, something completely different to what we know of, just something way different. And this guy wasn't rocking with it. And this might be Sensitive Society, aka Oscar, going woke.
So DC has decided to reinvent Batman in the brand new series.
So he's pulling stuff from the video that we just watched, all right? It's not a rerun, guys.
Absolute Batman. Many people are saying it's amazing. It's a breath of fresh air.
This shit is gas, man.
Wrong.
And remember, he doesn't like black people. And the one example he gives of somebody who likes the comic is a black creator. Just think of this. There's very silent dog whistles in that video, okay?
This shit is gas. Like, this is what DC meant when they said DC all in. I'm kind of retarded.
I'm here to tell you if that's the truth. Spoiler alert, it's not at all. It's literally one of the worst takes on Batman ever. Quick disclaimer before.
It's crazy how this dude who doesn't look like he could manage a pull-up is complaining about the physical prowess of Batman in this comic.
Before I start, this isn't some rage bait video. I'm not lying to get your attention. I'm telling you my opinion, which I believe is the truth.
You know how some people make videos that are bait? They just pretend to be mad for money or views or relevance or whatever. You should just not say this. Because then you would have...
Listen, like this guy is saying, if you're ever going to make a video, never say, oh, this video isn't for X, Y, and Z. Because then all that's going to happen is somebody's going to go ahead and assume that the video is for X, Y, and Z. So if you turn around and say, I'm not making this video as like a way for you to feel bad for me, I'm just going to think, okay, you're making this video as a way for me to feel bad for you. If you tell me I'm not making this video for rage bait, I'm going to think, okay, you made this video for rage bait. Because if you didn't make the video for it, I'm not going to think that that's what the video was like. It's not going to come across that way. But if you made the video specifically for rage bait and clicks, it's going to come across in the content you make, dude. Like, come on.
Excuse later on to be like, oh,
it's like when someone goes, I'm not racist, but
I was just trolling, guys. It was just a social experiment. It was a prank. Look at the camera. It's right there. But with this, there's no walking this back or coming back from this. Whatever he says, he's dead ass.
I know it's a different take on the character, but what this does ruins the character entirely. So this comic strives to reinvent the world of Batman in every way possible. What if a bodybuilder engineer dude became Batman? Yeah, that's not badass. I'm sorry. I don't find that badass. I don't find that different, unique, entertaining.
I mean, as someone who's not into comics at all, I don't know, man. It sounds kind of cool.
There's people all across the internet saying that this comic is badass. It's awesome. This comic literally reads like those edgy 90s comics that every single person makes fun of. It's like a 12-year-old's fan fiction of Batman. This comic has everything. It has horrible, edgy dialogue.
I hate this effing town. This guy's been like, edgy? This shit's so edgy. Bro, have you seen your channel?
For real?
You gotta have a little bit of self-awareness.
It has some pretty gay character design.
Yeah, imagine that. Imagine going, oh, I really don't like this comic book because the artist made him look gay. What does that mean? Okay, there's sassy, there's freaking there's sassy, there's like, feisty, there's like, flamboyant, all of these different things. But this, I'm looking at the same picture he's using to say that they make him look gay. What about this facial feature, this artistry, this envisioning makes him look gay. I don't get it. I don't understand. He's not being flamboyant. He's like, I don't know. Maybe I just use my brain too much.
How is this gay? Like, I don't get it, because he has nice hair, a nice bone structure. Like, what's the point of this? Oh yeah, he's gay because he looks good.
He's
really
well groomed, so he's
far.
gay.
They got these gay ass designs.
And if you can believe it, they managed to race swap another redhead from comic books. They managed to jump in there and turn them black. So after reading
The way he said it,
jump in there and turn them black.
They managed to turn him black.
Well, it's good to know that me and Sensitive Society have the same viewpoint on things, because I haven't seen this video yet. But dude, the vitriol in his voice, my man, the vitriol in his voice is crazy. Oh, doesn't look happy. He isn't gay, bro. It's crazy. So going with this, does that mean that Tony Stark is gay, Steve Rogers as well? Potentially, Neon, potentially. Yes, the capital B in black, Steven. All right, guys, give me 1 second. Thank you, Mono. I don't know if it read through. I apologize if it didn't. You got scammed and nobody cares. Damn it, I apologize. I'm sorry. I tried to have it going, you guys. I tried to have it going, but oh well. Maybe next stream.
I don't totally disagree with this take. I think there's definitely something going on in Hollywood where, you know, all the gingers are turning black. Okay, for a second, it felt like I was talking like Alex Jones. They're making the frogs gay, okay? The frogs are gay. No, I mean, but this is a thing that's been, you know, real, and it's been going on for the last few years. You know, the first one that comes to mind is Ariel from My Little Mermaid or something like that.
My Little Mermaid.
They made her black when she's a redhead in the comics. Another one that comes to mind is Velma. You know, originally ginger, red hair. They switch her to black Indian. And that's just 2 examples. I'm forgetting a lot. He's not totally wrong about that going on in Hollywood. But I don't know, man. This, along with the first clip we put at the start.
When you say I'm scared of black people, newsflash, you illiterate troglodyte. Everybody is. They managed to jump in there and turn them black.
My God.
And just the way he said it, like...
It's just hate, bro.
Gay
Nothing
character
but hate.
designs. And if you can believe it, they managed to race swap another redhead from comic books. They managed to jump in there and turn them black.
I refuse to believe there's people out here that...
Okay, hold on. I figured out what happened when it comes to the when it comes to these things. My bad, you guys. My bad. Hold on. I got you, Mono. Promise, I got you. I'm sorry. I don't know why this happened. I thought it saved all the settings. I'm sorry to everybody. Give me just a couple of seconds. Let me fix this. Because you guys do deserve to have the images and have all of it when it comes up and get the recognition that you do. 1 second. Okay, I think there's this, there's that. Okay. I believe I got everything back to normal. I apologize. Don't donate to test, okay? Do not donate to test. I apologize. I think I got it all fixed, okay?
Sis who act like this.
Here. Who, in their right mind, greenlit Alfred's look? What is the haircut?
Alfred looks
what
good.
is the beard? Why is he an MI6 mercenary with like grenade launchers and sniper rifles? This is straight up...
Dude, he literally uses guns in the Batman. Black man. I was about to say Black Man. In Batman the Animated Series, Alfred has used like shotguns before, but like with bean bags, you know.
Cringe.
For the billionth time, I don't know anything about comics, and all I know is Alfred being like 120 years old. But once again, this is another take. If you don't like it, go back to the classics, dude. Yeah,
exactly.
man, this is a different take on a character that's been around for 100 years. It's just for a different crowd, and you clearly don't belong there, and that's fine. You have all the other shit. And I thought that was as bad as it was gonna get, but brother just keeps talking, and the more he talks, the worse it gets.
What do you think when I say Bruce Wayne? You think the suave, charming rich guy, which in Batman Year One was originally based off of Gregory Peck, but now in this comic, they're going for something a little different. Let's just take a little glance at what they thought Bruce Wayne was. So this is the page where Bruce Wayne is first introduced. We see him hitting a bag. He looks exactly like Bruce Wayne has for the last 100 years, saying some badass Batman stuff. No fear, no pain. And then out of nowhere, this big hulking transgender comes up behind him and is like, hey bro, I think it's my turn now, and just starts blowing the punching bag across the room with his big fat arms.
What does that have to do with being transgender? Just because
I see Mono is very content, is very hell-bent on proving me wrong that these because listen, I don't know. Okay, I apologize. Streamlabs isn't working with me. I don't know what to tell you guys. I listen. I took off 2 cents because I was scammed twice. Thank you, Mono. Well, I'm sorry. I don't know why. I don't know why it's not doing it. I apologize, man. It's I'll get it set up again.
He looks a bit more feminine, but it's the hair. Like, what are we doing here? Like, yeah, I mean, this is clearly exaggerated, and that's not the Bruce Wayne Batman we all know. You know, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but it's a whole different take. In my opinion, he doesn't look like a transgender.
Now, the character design going on here, he has the haircut of some fat emo transgender kid, and that is Bruce Wayne. I'm not joking. That is Batman. Then we actually start getting into the backstory of Bruce Wayne. His parents weren't killed coming down that alleyway and they got mugged. No, instead he's at a zoo with his dad or something, and his dad gets shot, and the idea for Batman comes from the fact that he's in a zoo and he goes into some bat-like exhibit. I really don't know what's going on here. I don't know what was being smoked in the writer's room, but
I have no idea what was smoked when you were filming this video.
Right?
This guy is giving me Redditor vibes. Hardcore.
You know what? That's a hardcore Redditor, mole rat, degen vibes, just sitting in the back like, oh, I hate this. Oh, did you see comic issue number 127? They said more. They said this. They said the F slur, or they didn't say the F slur. Like, it's just like, come on, dude. Like, there's better ways to grow on YouTube. There's better ways to gather an audience. There's better ways that just make good content. It's one thing to have like, to be like the angry guy on YouTube and all that, but it gets old, especially when you can't even like debate your points either. There's an issue with that, at least in my opinion there is, because if this dude was to get into a debate over all of this, he's not going to be able to defend his comments of, oh, emo transgender haircut. And it's like, can you give an example of that? Like, how is that I don't know, man.
Redditor, like,
just another
this
Andy
guy
Pants.
Moderates the Batman subreddit and all the DC related subreddits. And if there's even one change to Batman, this guy won't have it. He's gonna wiggle his finger and be like, technically, it's not like this, guys.
I was shocked reading it. He's walking around like an emo kid, brooding. I don't know what's going on with Batman these last few years, but people need to learn that his hair doesn't come down over his eyes. He doesn't listen to Nirvana, and he's not gay.
But it doesn't, he's not gay in the comics either. Is it me? Like, I guess maybe it's me. It's gotta be me, apparently, because what exactly what about him is gay in this iteration? That he looks good? That he like takes care of his looks? I don't understand. Hey, what's going on, Ruby? I just don't understand. What makes him gay in this current iteration other than he has like long hair?
No, what's wrong with this guy? This is the kind of kid that I would be kind of scared to sit next to in class. I would be afraid of two things. Either A,
Yeah, exactly, Neon. Bruce Wayne was always a ladies man, but has always been well groomed. Like that's literally his whole thing. He's been just a regular everyday dude who looked really good, was well fit, had a lot of money. Like he was a billionaire playboy philanthropist, just like freaking Tony Stark. Like, come on. Just being lazy, day off, trying not to engage with the drama baiting. I hear you, Ruby. I hear you.
He's gonna bite me for no reason and then bark. Or B, he's going to sniff glue and then eat it, and I'm gonna be sitting next to him. Oh, this guy just gives me weird energy, weird vibes.
That's when we get the glimpse of the best part of the entire story. Barbara Gordon. She peeks her head in just one panel, I'm pretty sure. And she's black. She is...
Jump scare, guys. She's black. Oh no. Jump scare. Jump scare.
Black. They did it again. Another redhead character just changed to black.
Hollywood is definitely overdoing it, and I don't know why it's going on. Well, they're replacing them as black, but it's definitely a trend. The more I go outside and I interact with people, it's like, sure, it's kind of annoying, but it's like, who cares? Like, it's not worth making an 8-minute video about it. Crap.
It's not worth making any amount of video on it, okay? It's not worth any of it, because at the end of the day, this is going to be, no matter what, right? Let's say like, let's say like 10 years down the road, somebody's going to take this video and it's always going to be all over the place, right? There's no running away from this. Sensitive Society is not going to take away his video. I'm not going to take this live stream down. Like, it doesn't make sense in my personal opinion, because the internet is forever. I don't know how many times I have to say this. The internet is forever, you guys. Never.
Out. At least that's how I feel nowadays. This guy
Canadian
is
bacon
the
drama.
CEO of being based, and no one can tell me otherwise. I want this guy for president in 2058. Now, like I said, I don't really read comics, so I don't really give a fuck about the changes and shit. Bro, you're not doing yourself any favors here. But yeah, that's essentially it. I don't want to, keep you guys here for much longer. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. What do you think?
I think he's a loser. All right. I think he's an absolute loser. Oh man, Lalo wasn't banned from the Discord, Mono. He should be, that's for sure. I don't know why he hits, and I mean, dude's a freaking... I'm gonna keep my comments to myself. Little fruitcake over there. Oh my gosh. So apparently Sensitive Society had gotten a response from the hateful guy, and he made a video on it. So that's gonna be the next thing that we check out.
I love this job. It's not satirical. I am not being goofy or quirky. Now, I genuinely love that I could come on here and just watch some of the dumbest people of all time. And the fact that I get to share it with thousands of people on the daily. Honestly, the best job in the world. You know what time it is. You know exactly.
Listen, YouTube is a fantastic job, okay? Like, obviously, it's not like my job. I have a full-time job and everything. But it's not... It's if you can make it your job, it's awesome. And it's definitely something that everybody wants it to. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants it to be their job, or everybody would love for it to be something that they could do. Who doesn't want to be able to wake up at noon and be like, I'm still not late for work? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Base Tina, absolutely, Mono, absolutely. I know he's in the after show Discord, Neon. He's a complete loser, and he's I don't care. Oh my god.
What time it is? If you guys been watching the channel recently, a few days ago, I made a video called, and I quote, "Black people need to disappear." You know, low-key being a little racist, or as some may say, a little based.
You say I'm scared of black people. Newsflash, you illiterate troglodyte. Everybody is.
So I talked about it, had a good laugh. I thought I was I was wrong. After that video, he made another one, and this one's a bit more recent, as a matter of fact. It's only a few days old. Now, last time we were, joking around. It wasn't a video that was too serious. I'm just like, this is a young man. I don't know how old he is. This seems to me like a kid that was raised online, that has no family, and who only watched Andrew Tate, who's terminally online 24/7, 366. I do feel bad for him a little bit. Some people can't be fixed, and and I think he's one of them. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope he could recover and be like, damn, that was so fucking cringe. But with that said, subscribe to the channel, drop a like, or you're racist.
Before we get into this pile of dog crap,
Well, you heard Sensitive Society, you guys. Subscribe to the channel, drop a like, leave a comment, you know, sub, dono, become a member, all that good stuff. Or else you're a racist. I didn't say it, Sensitive Society did.
I'd like to thank the Midnight Drop for sending a massive amount of people over to my channel with his insane mental breakdowns.
Like, it's so weird how, like, people who just hate certain things.
Of course. Of course. If I was the Midnight Drop, I would also be upset that some pasty, racist white kid was using me as an example of being like a dumb, like a lesser than human being, okay?
She just slapped the label woke into it. I'm retarded.
Thanks, bro. It's always cool to see some support from the disabled community. When you say I'm scared of black people, newsflash, you illiterate troglodyte. Everybody is.
The best advice I would give to white people is to get the hell away from black people. Just get the fuck away.
Nah, and like, it'll be one thing if it was humor, right? If you're just joking around with your friends. Taking it back to the 360 days, to Halo 3 game chat, to MW2 game chat from 2009, and you're toxic, but it's you guys.
Yeah, it's a whole different thing, right? The old school 2006 to 2010 Halo, Call of Duty lobbies. Even then, people weren't like legit racist, okay? It was trash talking, it was BS going back and forth. This dude is legitimately like, no, black people are bad.
And you're clearly joking, right? You don't actually mean what you're saying. But it's a whole different thing to be dead ass about it. Like, you're not joking. You're being 1,000% serious.
It's not satirical, is what. It's not satirical. That's what basically I'm saying and what Sensitive Society is saying. You're not being satirical. There's no punchline. It's not a joke. It's not you trying to be funny. You're just literally saying it.
I don't know what went wrong with this guy. Either A, he woke up on the wrong side of the bed, or B, maybe his potato farm died out of nowhere, and he's pretty pissed.
Yeah. Imagine thinking that black people are the freaking, you know, the scourge of the earth and all that, but you look like this. And not too long ago, your ancestors got like wiped out because they couldn't grow enough potatoes. Like, let's not, like, come on.
Pissed off about the fact that he doesn't have potatoes anymore, but I don't think that's a valid reason to lash out like this. This is sad that someone genuinely believes this and acts like this. If it was jokes and all, like, you know, I'll be fine. I wouldn't even make a video about it. But the fact that he confirmed on his last video that no, he's serious, he's not joking around, this is how he genuinely feels about it. This guy just believes every single stereotype. He doesn't actually go outside and interact with people. You know, if anything, shout out to him.
And no soul, dead score, exactly.
I don't want to say that, but I like this comment. Bro is speed running his entire life. LMAO, bro, you're never gonna find a job. The digital footprint is real. And it's like, if you're gonna say this kind of shit, you might as well not show your face, dude. This is going to haunt you for the rest of your life.
It's one of the reasons Andy Pants Gaming doesn't do like face cam or anything like that, because of all the crazy shit he says, but he has been on cam before. So people know what Andy Pants looks like. And he says the same shit, man. He says the same shit here. The same type of stuff.
And I don't know how sad and pathetic you have to be in order to get to this level. All over a minor character being black.
You can't stop looting and burning countries to the ground. Next time you're driving to work and you're enjoying your Marxist Batman comic, try not to get robbed or shot by your fellow brothers.
Nah, this guy...
Bro, you're Irish. Your fellow brothers were bombing each other. Like, there's a reason there's a drink called the Irish car bomb, because you guys were literally blowing each other up. You were killing each other. Like, you were IEDs and RPGs and shit. Like the what was it? The IRF? Is the IR? Yeah, because the IDF is Afghanistan. The IRF or something. It's like the Ireland's Republic something, Freedom or Republic Fighters or Republic Freedoms. Like, come on, man.
I mean, at this point, just say the N-word. Just don't even call it black, but just be like, these You know why? Oh my god, these black people
IRA, yes, exactly, Neon, the Irish Republican Army. Yes, there you go.
are, a little scary, guys. Watch out. I know it's just a matter of time before one of those leftist freaks from YouTube, they're gonna catch the clips out of context and they're gonna be like, whoa, this is clearly him being evil and toxic and racist, guys. Once again, more stereotypes. I'm guessing he's referring and toxic and racist, guys. Once again.
Listen, this is the face right here. This is the face of everything. This is the person that's telling you that your way of life is wrong and that you are less than him. This four-eyed, snaggle-tooth-faced, no soul having, pastier than Elmer's glue, redhead fire crotch of a demon is telling you guys that your way of life is terrible. Meanwhile, he's got freaking action figures in the background, sounds like he hasn't gone through puberty yet, and looks like he's standing up when he's sitting down, okay? Fuck this dude.
Again, more stereotypes. I'm guessing he's referring to the whole George Floyd fallout when people were rioting the streets and burning shit down.
How George Flowberry was really eliminated in Fortnite. George Flowberry was a man with a clean background, committing many crimes like stealing V-Bucks and pointing a pistol at a pregnant keyboard player. Everybody knows the story of how he was supposedly eliminated.
Chris, listen, he's just trying to save comic books from black people. Come on, man. That's all he's trying to do. Him and Andy Pants Gaming both, right? They're just trying to save the whole industry, the comic book industry, the movie industry, the video game industry. There's just too many black people in there, apparently, according to these crazy people.
By Derek Charge Shotgun, where he used counterfeit V-Bucks to buy Slurp juice in a Tilted Towers gas station, and when confronted, initiated a build battle as a zero-build player against a squad of keyboard players.
Okay, this right here is tasteful racism, okay? This right here is tasteful. It's hilarious. Do you guys need the Jake Doolittle deleted videos over blackmailing people in the Crash on stream? I did see that you were watching that, Chris. I think I'm able to find it, but if you want, yeah, just toss it in. I think I know a source for it, but hey, I'm more than willing to just grab it from you, dude. Dead score. What the hell did I come back to? Tasteful side of racism.
Leading up to his demise, where he famously said, "I can't build."
But once again, it's just plain and
can't build. Oh my gosh. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Okay, sorry for that interruption. I'm back. We are back, y'all. We are back. Neon, I'm surprised Chris doesn't have a weekly show called the Retard Spurg Out. He kind of does. If you don't know, Chris the Narc is the Rat King, and he does a lot of rat bashing. If you haven't checked out his jar videos or his birdie videos or his Cinny Bear videos, any of that type of stuff, I promise you, he definitely has like a weekly spurg. Or he reviews weekly spurgs.
Laying into the stereotype. Not every single person is like that. And it's tragic that a few stupid people represent a whole culture or a whole race when that's not the situation. It's like not everyone is like that. It's only a very, and I mean very small percentage. And you could really apply that to everyone. You could apply that to black people and, the example that he gave out about burning shit and stuff and, your brothers. Not every single white person is a school shooter. Like, honestly, this kid right here does look like a school shooter. I would not even trust.
He looks like He looks like
it's a school shooter. Like, honestly, this kid...
He looks like the reincarnation of what Jack the Ripper probably looked like. Let's be honest. He looks like a young Jack the Ripper, probably. Nobody knows what Jack the Ripper looks like, but he's got that look going on.
Right here does look like a school shooter. I would not even trust him with a Nerf gun. This guy's a walking school shooter stereotype, and is every single white person a racist school shooter? No, of course not. It's only a super small percentage of individuals. You could say that about anyone, really. Black people stereotypes, white people stereotypes, fucking Mexican Latino stereotypes. Like, I don't know, every single Latino hop the border. It's like, no. Once again, it's a small percentage of people, and I don't want to sound like a broken record, but
and as long as it's funny, it doesn't matter.
Once you get out there and get off Twitter, right? And get off Reddit. And get off.
Do you remember Degrassi, The Next Generation, the kid who shot Drake in the back? Yes, I do remember that. Mono, how does he manage to get whiter than Asher's? I have no idea, sir. He stays indoors all day, every day. He doesn't even allow, like, fake light to hit him, okay?
4chan and start living in the real world, you will know that. You would understand that. If people that look like this committed a school shooting, would I be scared of him and stereotype him? Well, now that I think about it, maybe he does have a point.
Just dance around, throwing your arms up in the air, making weird noises like you did. It makes you
dancing around. If you guys haven't seen our spoopy reaction, this was a long time ago. Well, I say a long time ago. This is months ago. You're not going to understand this, but hold on.
Dance around, throwing your arms up in the air.
You dance around, throwing your arms up, you bebop, you hip hop, you whip round. They're very musical people.
Making weird noises like you did. It makes you look like a Neanderthal who hasn't picked up a comic except Watchmen in his entire life. Stay in your own lane and go back to anime. You low IQ mental retard.
Bro, it's...
Dude... The failed edits get me, bro. The failed like censoring of retard.
Except Watchmen in his entire life. Stay in your own lane and go back to anime. You low IQ mental retard.
He has the censor sound before he even says the word. It goes beep and then he says retard.
Your own lane and go back to anime. You low IQ mental retard.
Bro is crashing out over nothing. Get off social media, stop gooning, and go talk to a girl. I think there's a much higher chance of Dave Blunt's getting laid than this guy. And
well, Dave Blunt has a girlfriend, so yeah.
Dave Blunt is like 2,000 pounds. That's how sad this guy is. Like, he's giving a horrible name to Irish people. Does that mean that every single Irish person is horrible and annoying and racist? No, I don't know, man. Not. I don't know. Like, if we go by this guy's own logic, it is. And of course, do I think that? No, I just want to make that clear because for the record, no, I don't hate Irish people, okay? I'm just using his own arguments against him.
So some people would call Absolute Batman woke, but I'd prefer to break it down and explain to you what it really is. It's just another mediocre story infused with undeniably lazy identity politics by mentally ill leftists. Let's just get that through your thick skull first of all. Left-wing retards like Scott Snyder love this crap because
he's so bad at these edits, bro.
Lazy identity politics by mentally ill leftists. Let's just get that through your thick skull first of all. Left-wing retards like Scott.
He's killing me. He's killing me with the bad beeps, bro. He's killing me.
Leftists. Let's just get that through your thick skull first of all. Left-wing retards like Scott Snyder love this crap because they get a pat on the back every single time they force a black person into their stories. Just because it's an alternate universe doesn't give you the right to race swap characters.
Yes, it does. The simple fact that he's writing it, he owns the creative properties, it gives him the right to do whatever he wants. Whatever he wants. He owns the title. He owns the creative process. He can do whatever he wants. He could have made Batman actually gay. Okay, it wouldn't have sold as much, but he could have done that.
Once you go outside and you talk to people and you actually have a life, it's like, this shit does not matter.
Exactly.
There's a billion different Batman stories out there. There's a billion different universes. I'm gonna keep it real here. On God and on my mama.
Shout out to Newport Poppy, keeping it on jaw, baby.
No one cares. Like, the only person that cares is this guy, and he's been crashing out for the last month over this.
Yep.
It's quite sad. Like, instead of getting money, getting bitches, this guy's out here complaining about a black person appearing for like
instead of seeing natural light, he continues to be a gremlin. Making videos about how unfortunate it is for redheads to be turned black in comics.
Like 2 pages. It's just like, it's not that deep.
And
It's
in issue
not.
2 of Absolute Batman, Black Barbara Gordon shows up once again. But this...
Bro, the emphasis on black, dude. Every time... Listen, okay? There's times where you're hanging out with somebody and you're talking to them and they say something with like that vitriol inside them that kind of just takes you back and you're like, ooh, you said that a little spicy. This dude says black with hate, with just straight hate, my man.
And in issue 2 of Absolute Batman, Black Barbara Gordon...
Black Barbara Gordon, like he's attacking you with the word black.
It's like, it's not that deep.
And in issue 2 of Absolute Batman, Black Barbara Gordon shows up once again. But this time she actually gets to speak. And she's insufferable. We get this scene where Jim Gordon, Harvey Bullock, and Black Barbara are...
Dude. Yeah, exactly. Dead score. B black. 2 B's black. There's so much hate in there, man. Look, this is the face right here. You know what? This is a... Let me just screen cap that real quick. That's going to be on this segment. Once this stream gets turned into a segment, you can look for this for that face.
It's insufferable. We get this scene where Jim Gordon, Harvey Bullock, and Black Barbara are all...
God.
Black. Like, that's her new name. It's not Barbara. It's just Black Barbara. Like, holy shit. Bro, digital footprint. You're cooked. Bro saw one black person and immediately crashed out. I wonder if he cries himself to sleep.
He got his girls stolen by one black person. It was just like, fuck it. They're all bad. Freaking Daquan, the running back on the football high school team, decided to smash his girl, and he's over here like, nah, can't anymore. They're all bad. They're all bad. I don't know. Do they even have football in Ireland? I don't know.
Whenever he goes to bed and he has to close his eyes because all
do you think he sleeps with a nightlight on so that way the shadows don't get to him? You think he's afraid of being robbed by the moon? Oh, they have rugby dead score? Okay.
He sees his black in darkness. That Black Barbara ruined my life.
Gordon, after the pathetic party animals attack, Harvey Bullock is some dumbass who wants to arrest Batman, and Black Barbara...
Only the dark side of them. Dead score. That's good.
has to step in and school him. Remember that part in Batman Year 1 where Jim Gordon and the entire police force are planning to capture Batman and arrest him, and then some race-swapped token black stepped in and told...
God, dude. There's just... Listen, I'm very laissez-faire with this stuff, but the way he says the way he says black, bro, I'm almost getting offended.
Batman and arrest him, and then some race-swapped token black stepped...
Look at his face, token black, like he's trying not to look mad.
Planning to capture Batman and arrest him, and then some race-swapped token black...
Look at the face, token black. Dude went with token and black. Exactly.
Stepped in and told everybody the truth. Me neither. Why was that? Oh yeah, it's because Frank Miller can actually write, unlike most people working in comics today. So then Martha Wayne, who should be dead by the way, comes to visit Jim.
It's a different universe. A different universe. You even said in your video, I understand it's a different universe. Bro, if you understand it's a different universe, then that is what explains everything.
Gordon in the hospital. Why is
not the bad dialogue and anything like that, but it explains why Barbara's black. It explains why there's other people who have race swaps. It explains why his mom's still alive. It explains why they didn't get killed. Like, it's a different world.
In the story again?
Dude,
just like you live in a different world. The rest of us live in reality.
Ed, by the way, comes to visit Jim Gordon in the hospital. Why is she in the story again?
Dude, it's a different take. For the love of God, why can you not get that? There's a billion of these fucking Batman comics. One could be a little different where the mom is alive to see.
Guys, just wait until he finds out that there's a pink that there's a pink kryptonite that turns Superman gay. Just wait until he finds out about that, okay?
How that would play out. Friendly advice. Get offline, delete your Twitter account, delete your Fortune account, delete your Reddit account. Go outside, get some money, and get some bitches. Because if you keep going this way, you're going to live a pretty sad and pathetic life. No girl would ever want to get near you if you keep acting like this. This guy is going to grow up to be a racist incel 4chaner if he doesn't stop acting like this. Maybe get therapy if you can. You still have time to change. It's not too late to delete.
He's gonna grow up to become the fat incel from South Park who's always on the computer. That's who he's gonna grow up to be.
This is going to come back to haunt you. Just some friendly advice. Please stop this. It's not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to get you fame or money or girls, let alone get laid, all right? Well, by anyone respectable. Of course, you can always hire a prostitute for like $60, plus tax and tip. Not that I know anything of that. Speak the truth loud and proud. This is sad.
That is crazy.
Actually, yeah, I take back anything that I said. Fuck this guy. This guy's Stu. It's over.
Yeah, no, I don't know. He's got like, I think he has like 60 subs more than we do. I think he's like 2.060, which is 2060. You're gonna grow because obviously there's a market from this. Baja just got done. there's a market for this. People love being angry. People love to hate. People love this type of stuff. So there's absolutely a market for it. I just don't think that it's not the smartest way to grow, because who's going to want to collab with you other than other people who are already doing the same thing you're doing? So you're never going to like grow outside of your sphere, right? Like you're never going to be able to do different things. Like take us for example, right? The reason why we always try and correct the record that we're not the Lolcow After Show, we are the After Show, is because if we get typecasted or put in that box as the After Show, then or the Lolcow After Show, it gives a false narrative. People come here and they're like, oh, you're not watching Lolcow, you're not covering Lolcows, I was lied to. We're not the Lolcow After Show. We're just the After Show, and it's what allows me to be able to watch this type of stuff and have all of you lovely people here with me watching this. You know, if you're typecasted on YouTube, the moment you deviate from that, you are murked by your chat. You're murked by your algorithm, by your subscribers. Stay in your lane. That is why we will never become political streamers. We will never get into politics, because y'all are crazy with that stuff. Straight psycho. Now, I was informed that apparently,
about a couple months ago, I made a video.
So Some Ordinary Gamer uploaded a 2-hour-long video